Welcome to this special bonus episode of the Passive House podcast. I'm Zach Semke, Director of Passive House Accelerator, and we're pleased to be sharing a series of bonus episodes recorded at the International Passive House Conference 2023 in Wiesbaden, Germany. These interviews were made possible by support from Icon Windows and Doors, Inotech Windows and Doors, Intelligent Membranes, Minitaire, and Proclima. Please enjoy this bonus episode.
My name is Ganbaa.
You are the president of the Mongolian Passive House Institute.
We formed our Passive House Institute in 2022. It's almost a year back. So since then we are actively doing some workshops and training on a Passive House so that we can spread the idea more efficiently than individual works that we've done more than 6-7 years now. We do passive houses in Mongolia since 2015, but now we are organizing into a Passive House Institute, so I'm now the first president of the Mongolian Passive House Institute.
How many members do you have?
We are board members are on the 9. We are actively gathering members from the industry, building industry. We don't have numbers yet. They will be steadily grow, I think.
Yeah, that's great. So what is your background?
Yes, I am a civil engineer.
Okay.
I got my degree in Japan. I also have an experience work with building construction sites. About 10 years experience in Tokyo. So I came back to Mongolia in 2010, and then there was something missing because the building industry still had to rely on active coal burning or heating systems are so old. So I researched through the energy efficient building in Northern Europe, and then found the passive house is still there. So I did some investigation before I started the project. And then we started the first project in 2017 in Mongolia. Energy independent house in Mongolia. And since then we are doing many projects. Many off-grid and on-grid, complete houses. Sometimes we build kindergartens into a passive house level. But we haven't have a certified passive house yet in Mongolia, so we are aiming for it.
Yeah. So how do you have to adjust the standard a little bit or the targets towards your climate and your basically resources and materials that are available? Or do
yes, we have difficulty to reach the comfort level on windows because we have very cold climate. It's the coldest capital city in the world.
Yeah.
So it is requires a lot of challenge, especially on a window, to reach a certain comfort level. The internal temperature of the surface can go below 10 degrees, so it causes a problem.
Yeah.
So we need to adjust the calculation tool to adapt our methods, which can be outer thermal insulation of a window. That is a very effective way to avoid the thermal uncomfortableness in this window surface. So we did some experiments and find very good, effective way to insulate from outside during the night times.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
like shutters or
yes. But much thicker, 10 centimeter EPS.
Wow.
So we need to integrate that calculation method into passive house planning packages so that we can achieve passive house level comfort indoor.
Wow, that's interesting. So how thick are your walls?
Normally we go 60 centimeters of cellulose, and sometimes we go a little bit less, 50 centimeters. But on a roof we have always 70 centimeters of thick insulation so that we can achieve the level.
Yeah. So what is the typical way of construction? Do you already use a lot of insulation, or are the typical constructions that very just, I mean, obviously inefficient, but there must be some insulation there, right?
Yes. In Mongolia we are introducing German standard insulation requirements, at least 15 centimeters of EPS outside of the wall. Normally we work with concrete a lot in Mongolia. That's a very traditional way, very heavy. Wood framing and the frameworks are not really common in Mongolia. But in order to achieve a passive house level, we need to work with wood. That's a better material. But it is not really familiar in Mongolia.
Yeah. It's amazing. So you actually presented here yesterday. I heard it had something to do with goldfish.
Yes. Yeah, it's animal rights. People are against some of them, but we thought it is very effective way to demonstrate how do we survive without burning fossil fuel. Even minus 40 degrees Celsius in Mongolia, such a climate requires a lot of active heating. So we demonstrated that small fish house outside on the street without any supply of whatsoever. So the fish were, 3 of them inside. Before that we had a lot of experiment and then analysis about the internal temperature. It never goes down 15 Celsius. So we confidently put fish inside and then demonstrated on the streets for 2 weeks. And people saw first like, okay, it's kind of fish. But there's no heating. In the morning they open up the window, as I told you, the thermoshutter. We use that thermoshutter method in there. So when you open the thermoshutter, you see fish inside happily, swimming around. That is amazing. People thought it was like magic, something. It's minus 40 outside.
Yeah.
But fish inside, something around 20 degrees, kept 20 degrees inside. It is because of the thermal mass of the water. Also, the solar gain through the window during the day is almost sufficient enough to keep that internal temperature of that fish house. Wow. So it was kind of demonstration that we tell the people that, okay, you don't have to burn coal at all. You don't really even have to bring electricity into your home.
Yeah.
You can put TV on top so that you can survive, even in a harsh winter of Mongolia. That was our activity. So we do that regularly to demonstrate people, raise awareness of how do we save energy, how do we avoid the air pollution, and then environmental disaster. Coal burning is very, very, very unhealthy thing to do.
Yeah, I mean that's another reason why you're so passionate about passive house, correct? Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of pollution, especially in the big cities.
Yes. The main reason we started passive house is that there are 2 main reasons. One is the energy independence of the country. Second of all is the air pollution. We have 3.5 million population, but half of it living in the city. So in the city, half of the population burns coal every day. So it's never going to get better unless you put some building techniques inside. Otherwise, it's going to keep going like that forever. So passive house is a very effective way to demonstrate how do we less burn coal how do we independently heat our homes with electricity from the sun. And that is underway. We are going very well.
That's great. That's so great to hear. Thank you so much for sharing all this with us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, keep taking care of your goldfish.
Thank you.